Hey, good morning, my super world history peeps. Today we are starting World War One, chapter 27, if you're a reader. All right, so the first thing I want you to look at today is this map. This is Europe in 1914. So you can see we've got some big empires going on here. We've got Austria-Hungary. We've got the Ottoman Empire. Russia is ginormical. Germany is much bigger than it is today. And I don't see Poland on my map. So things are going to be changing, but take it in, take it in. And here we go. All right, so we're going to look at the reasons why World War One was even being fought. And the first thing is that these nations just wanted to be themselves. They wanted to create these borders and just say, okay, our kind is going to live over here and we're going to draw a border, and your kind is going to live over there and you can draw a border. And we would much rather compete than cooperate with you. Okay. So it's like survival of the fittest, who can have the most toys wins. And so they were very self guided by their own self interest. Okay. And they didn't want to answer to anybody else, they just wanted to answer to themselves. Okay. Second reason we've been going over in these last chapters was imperialism, colonization. And we had Europe competing in Africa going, okay, I want this area because it's got a whole lot of rubber. Well, I want that area because it's got a whole lot of gold. Well, I want this area because it's got a whole lot of oil. And so you had this competition atmosphere, and it wasn't how can we get along together? It's like, how can I, defeat you, take you down so I can be number one. Reason number three was this nationalistic pride and people, these ethnic groups trying to become independent, and a lot were successful. Okay. The Slavics, though, in the Balkans, they never got it. The Irish and the British Empire didn't get it for a while, and our buddies, the Polish people, couldn't get it from Russia. Okay, so we still have groups out there that are angry because their higher authority that they have to answer to won't let them go and be their own country. World War One's right around the corner then, if they want it bad enough. And some of them do. All right, reason number four was that industrial revolution and how we had manufacturing changing, and that's going to change the weapons of the war. Okay, iron and steel, chemicals. Wow, you talk about chemical warfare in World War One. That's why you find a lot of soldiers wearing gas masks, is because they would use, like tear gas in the trenches. It was crazy. Tanks are going to come on the scene. Barbed wire is going to come on the scene. Trench warfare, digging out holes, and these soldiers just literally living in trenches. Um, yeah, industrial revolution has changed the way we fight wars. Reason number five is a lot of these countries were using drafts and they were building up their military. Number six is, again, it goes with number five. They are building their military through weapons, not through just men, as the conscription had done, but building it up now through weaponry. Number seven, I thought this was interesting. We've got two alliances that were formed. I always used to think that the alliances were formed right when the war started, but that's not the case. The war started in 1914. The Triple Alliance, which is our bad guys, which will be, let me see here, Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy, they were actually formed in 1882. So way before the war. And eventually Bulgaria and the Ottoman Empire will also join them. And then the good guys, which started out being the Triple Entente right here. So Russia, France, and Great Britain, they were actually created in 1907. So these alliances were formed well before the war started. So they anticipated it. I think deep down they anticipated it because they knew if we have this much competition, something is bound to happen. And so here you can see who has the most soldiers. I think there's no surprise that Russia has the most soldiers. Their population is ginormical. Germany, France, you can see that. Take it in, take it in. Boom. All right, let's go. Next one, social inequality. We talked about this with the Industrial Revolution, how we have the guy over here on the left who's in his suit and he's got all of the money. And then on the other side, you have all of the workers, and the workers could overtake the guy on the left if they would just become a giant. Yes, I hope you scream that out. And so there is social unrest because they see these guys just walking around, the hands, this guy with hands in his pockets, hands on the lapel of the suit, going, haha, I got everything, you got nothing. Ooh, we're setting the stage for what type of government to come in. Hope you're yelling communism. Okay, thus the Russian Revolution, but we'll get to that later. All right, guys, here's reason number 9 for World War One. This one's kind of confusing, so I'm going to go back to this map right here. And we have a little kingdom. I say little, but it's the kingdom of Serbia. And Serbia was having to answer questions to Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary was trying to control them through trade issues. And if we go back to the first reason World War I was even started, it was because countries or kingdoms don't want to have to answer to a higher power anymore. And Austria-Hungary was the higher power, and Serbia's like, hey, we're done answering to you. And we would like our complete freedom. Well, Austria-Hungary's like, yeah, we're not going to let that happen because we have some Serbians living within our empire. And if we give you 100% freedom, then they're probably going to want their freedom. And that's going to cause unrest. And therefore, we are going to tell you no. Okay, that's really going to tick off some Serbs. Now, the other interesting fact here is that if we look at this map, so we still have Serbia, and you see this little dotted line, Bosnian. Okay, this is Bosnia, and one of the capitals is Sarajevo. Okay, Austria-Hungary decides, hey, we're going to take this little portion of Bosnia and we're going to make them part of us. Okay, so that really ticks off Bosnia because Bosnia has a large Serbian population. So it'd make more sense if Bosnia would have been part of Serbia. But Austria-Hungary said, no, you are going to be part of us. Okay, which really ticks them off. So Austria-Hungary comes up with this idea that we're going to send Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the Austrian-Hungary throne, and his wife, we're going to send them here. Not here, not up here, but basically in this war zone. That's what I don't understand. Why did they go to Bosnia? Because Bosnia is ticked off that Austria-Hungary wouldn't let them have their independence. But they send the Archduke and his wife down there, and they go on a little parade. Okay, let me see if I can get my little parade here. There they are. Him and his wife in an open car. From my understanding, there were multiple attempts made on their life this day. There were actually a bomb was thrown at the car, but they continued on through the parade procession and eventually met their death at the hand of this guy, Gavrilo Princip, who was a Bosnian Serb. He was basically part of a terrorist group called the Black Hand, and he goes and he shoots them both dead. But you have to remember, the Bosnian Serbs were ticked. They want to be just themselves, and Austria-Hungary told them no. Boom, World War I. This was it. This occurrence, the shooting of the Archduke, is what started World War I. Okay? And what country could we say actually started World War I then? Right, Serbia. Because they shot the Archduke Ferdinand, heir to the Austrian-Hungary throne. But I'll tell you what, World War I would have been prevented if Austria-Hungary just would have given Serbia and Bosnia what they wanted. I know I'm very repetitive probably in saying that, but I do want you to understand that, okay? All right, super, let's go on. So Austria-Hungary here is like, seriously, you just shot our heir to the Austrian-Hungary throne? We must declare war on you. But we can't declare war on you because who is backing Serbia? It's Russia. Russia's like, man, you pick on Serbia, yeah, you pick on us. I'm coming at you. And so Austria-Hungary can't do it without a posse of their own behind them. And so they go to Germany And they're like, so William II of Germany, would you like to have our back as we declare war on Serbia? And that might also declare war on Russia. Well, Germany's like, yeah, we're all in. Here's basically this blank check I'm going to offer you, right? And whatever you need, oh, Austria-Hungary, Germany shall provide. So July 28th, 1914, Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia, World War One. Okay. But so then we've got this guy now. This is Nicholas II, and he starts mobilizing his troops. And anytime that you mobilize your troops, it's an act of war. Okay. So he didn't necessarily make this huge declaration. No, he just starts mobilizing his troops on the Austria-Hungary border. And Germany's like, yeah, you need to stop. And Nicholas II's like, yeah, we probably need to mobilize even more. So we're going to mobilize our troops now on you. So we kind of go back, let's go back to our map. Maps are fun. Woot woot. So here you've got Russia mobilizing troops here. And then they're like, okay, so we'll just keep mobilizing. We'll have our troops up here as well. Okay. Act of war, act of war. And so at that point, Germany is going to declare war on Russia. Okay. So Germany declares war on Russia. I love the newspaper headlines. I don't know. I think they're kind of cool. So now we're at August 1st, 1914. And the war is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So Germany has this plan. Okay. And they're like, well, Germany, not Germany. Okay. So let me get this straight. Hang on. So Germany's thought process at this point, because you have to remember, we have to go back to our Triple Entente alliance, and Russia is backed by France and Great Britain. So Germany at this point is, okay, oh my goodness, we just declared war on Russia, which really means that we're fighting Great Britain and France at some point. And so their thought was, we'll just defeat France as fast as we can, and then we'll worry about Russia, because France is much weaker. They have a much smaller military than Russia does, because we've already seen that Russia has the largest military, right? All right. And so what they have to do to get to France is go through Belgium. But the problem is that Belgium is neutral. So if they go through Belgium, that's a big no-no. Okay. And guess who has Belgium's back? Great Britain. And so here comes Germany marching through Belgium. Well, that brings Great Britain into the war. Great Britain's like, hey, Germany, now we have to declare war on you because you came through neutral Belgium and we got Belgium's back. Boom. Okay. So at this point, August 4th, so this is happening all very quickly, 1914, all the great powers of Europe are officially at war with each other. This is huge. Okay. And at this point, too, the United States is not in the war. All right. Any questions on that? I know that was a lot of information. You can go through my sway again and let me know if you have any questions. Email me, drop me a line. Okay. And I will chat at you guys tomorrow. And we'll get through World War I and the Russian Revolution this week. So, skaboom. All right. I will chat with you guys later. Bye.